Eva Trades.
Welcome to Eva Trades. It is Tuesday or is it Wednesday? Oh my gosh, I don't remember. But welcome, Tuesday. It is the 12th of September, and we are going to trade in the stock market today. This is your one-stop shop for everything stock market. We got technical analysis and strategy, and we're going to live trade. So let's go get to it. Here we go. Let's have a good day. Okay, so this morning, I think I have everything set. I had some technical issues yesterday, and so let me know in the chat if the music's too loud or if you can't see the screen that I'm talking about. I have a audio indicator now that tells me when somebody's chatted. I just oh, Lisa, good morning. Hey, it worked. That's great. So now I know when somebody chats. Before I wasn't paying attention, so if you said something to me, I wouldn't see it right away. So now I will. So let me know if you can't see my screen. That's one of the biggest things that I deal with, is talking about something when you can't even see what I'm talking about. So good morning, Lisa. Good morning, everybody. Let's get started. It's 6:15. The market's going to open in 15 minutes. And this is a quick look at my progress, my starting balance of 34,500. And I started in phase one with very small risk and moved up and up and up, my risk growing through each phase. And now I'm halfway through phase four. I'm up over $40,000, trying to get to 42,000, and we'll see today what the market gives us. So over here at the scanners now, these are the trade ideas scanners that I look at. And gapping up today, 23.8% is ASTI. That is your leading gapper this morning. Okay. And so this one, hourly time frame. Oh, here, one thing I don't have set up yet. Give me just 1 second. Boom, there we go. Yeah, big old gap up here. And now this is not the look that I would normally go for, but it might be worth keeping an eye on. It is the leading gapper. So this might be the one that people are watching most. Your hourly and 15-minute time frame there. So I'll put that up on the watch list, and we'll break that down in a little bit. ASTI. And it does have some news. Solar Technologies. Next one down is LYRA, gapping up 20%. And it looks like it has news too. It's a phase 2 trial for chronic, and I don't know that I can say this word, rhinosinusitis. I am no doctor, but big old time frame on the hourly here. Nice big red candle. I'd be careful on this one. There could be some bag holders up here who got caught in this flush down and might still be holding, looking to sell as we get up, if we get up towards that price of $6.40. But I see we have this inside bar. We are currently kind of breaking out here, trading just below mid-range of that candle. I will watch that. Maybe it has some gas behind it, LYRA. And just popping up on the scan a little bit ago was GERN. Let's just take a look, GERN. Now that actually doesn't look half bad. And it does have some news. The float is pretty big on that one. But you know, I've traded them with big floats before. Sometimes they can move. I'm going to pass that one up for now, but if that's all that we have for my third pick, then I will go back to that. CBAY, third one down. It also has a higher float, really low on volume. It does have some news, a little bit higher priced, and it is trending up on the hourly. So I don't know, maybe. I've traded CBAY before. Mara, I'm not really into Mara so much, but it's also moving up. What is the overall market doing right now? Okay, we'll take a look at that in a second. Let me see here. So the next one down is FNGR. I don't like that one. Riot, traded it before. It's a cryptocurrency, sympathy stock. It's tied to crypto. So everything kind of this morning on the hourly time frame, see that look? That looks the same as Mara. So they're kind of following the stock market. FNGR, WULF, Wolf. Okay, let me unfreeze this. All right, so that's it. Over here, Hive Day Momentum Scanner. We had NEO. I don't do so well with NEO. SOXL. And who else do we have here? I'm using, so Brad Fisher. Good morning, Brad Fisher. How are you this morning? And also Romaine Chin. Hope I got your name right. Welcome aboard. Welcome to EVA Trades. Good to see you here this morning. Okay, so SOXL. I don't really trade SOXL either. I have in the past. I've had some success, some not success. It's not really the fast moving stock that I usually look for. All right, so I think I'm going to be stuck for now with GERN. So here we go to my main screen, and I'll put GERN in here. That's not it. What is that? Somebody needs to learn how to type. I'm glad you're doing great, Brad. I hope you have a good trading morning this morning. I hope we all do. So let's hope the stock market gives us something. 10 minutes to go. Let's move along here. I've got to break these down. I'm going to look at the larger time frames first. Hourly time frame. This one, we had that big move up. We don't have any support down here on this hourly time frame. So right now we're consolidating on the hourly. So I would say we're looking for a higher low. That is our only support on the hourly because we don't have any price action below it. You do have some psychological levels like $6. You have the EMA right here. Those are some levels that could be potential areas. Right now it's a 15-minute, barely a 15-minute downtrend with almost a falling wedge here. So we'll look at this in a little bit on the smaller time frames. Hourly time frame here, you have that inside bar bull break. We want to see if we can get a move up to 640. But being careful, there may be people holding shares that are waiting for that price to move back up so they can unload their shares, because right now they're underwater if they bought up here. And GERN, not much to look at on the hourly. 15-minute. We do have a small pivot there and a trough here. This one, yeah, I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and shrink that down. This one's really choppy on this 5-minute time frame. So if I was going to be a buyer when the market opens, this one's difficult for me to say. I think, so we have that support way down here. I could mark that level. So we have some support in here. There's that $10 area. I would try it with trading below the volume weighted average price. I would give this a shot if it pulls back to $10 at the open. Maybe. Resistance at 1080, 1161, and of course way up at 13. 5-minute on LYRA. This was a nice consolidation pattern here. A little bear break right there. Bears trying to get that lower high and lower low. Bulls stepped in, bought the dip. Now we're pulling back, testing, well, not quite that area. We're just pulling back into this volume weighted average price and EMA area and that $5 psychological. So we have a support down there. If we lose that support, then where are we looking to enter a trade? There's a small, that's the same level there. There's a trough here, there's a support there. So I'm marking out these lines because these are lines that I want to take trades off of. If we come back to those prices, the resistance is the target. And if we get up over 537, that would definitely be nice. That would be a 5-minute higher low and higher high. That would be a 5-minute uptrend. Very bullish. And Gurn, I'm not too excited about, but you never know. You never know. I'll put a couple of lines here and we'll just see what that looks like as we get closer to the bell. So I think for the moment, that's about it for my lines. I'm going to go ahead and set my my stop losses. I'm looking at the 5-minute candle ranges up here for each ticker. And I'm going to pick the highest range, 52 cents on this one. Then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to click on, we'll just say 50 cents. I'll click go. It puts in my share size and my stop loss, 50 cents away from wherever my entry would be. And the next one up is LYRA, and we're looking at about 40 cents. I use the 5-minute time frame candle ranges to set my stop losses up for the first couple of minutes of the day. And then after the first couple of minutes, when things start to settle down, then I'll start to look at the 1-minute candle ranges and readjust my stop loss parameters according to the 1 minute. So this next one is 20 cents and go. Making pretty good time here. The GERN there, nice pullback. So I would say on GERN, we're just looking for pullback enough that a bounce here would have us looking for a lower high somewhere below 289. And here we go on ASTI, nice. So we're getting our 5-minute higher low and higher high. We got to get above that volume weighted average price. Jameek. I'm sorry, that's wrong. Jamich. Good morning there to you too. Jameek. Oh, okay. So let me delete this line. And so I'm going to pull up the broader market SPY since we have 5 minutes to go. If we look at the monthly time frame, so each candle represents 1 month of price action. And last month we started our monthly consolidation here. Bulls stepped in, bought the dip, and now we have an inside bar on that monthly time frame. So let's go to the weekly, and what I was looking for on the weekly was a possibility of an equilibrium. And we're wondering if this is the top of that current move up. So are we going to see on our weekly uptrend, are we going to see a weekly downtrend, or are we going to see an equilibrium and a bull break, or are we just going to break out of this consolidation period and continue higher? So the most likely scenario in my mind was an equilibrium. Again, retake. Yeah. Little slip of the tongue. So I don't want to get too carried away here because I want to get back to the stocks that we're watching. But what I'm looking for basically is, are we getting that lower high and are we going to go into equilibrium territory? Right now we have an inside bar, a second inside bar. So now we can go look at the daily time frame because we know that we could be in an equilibrium on the daily because we have inside bars here. So I'll go to the daily. Whoops, too far. And on the daily, we have a daily uptrend. Higher low. Are we going to get a higher high? It's very possible. Nice move yesterday in the market. Or are we going to top out here and pull back, maybe form an equilibrium here before we get the break? But what we don't want to see, if you're a bull, you don't want to see this. Because if you see that, you now have a daily downtrend. And what that would tell us is that our weekly lower high right here is set. And if we have that daily downtrend, we're going to break the low of this candle and we're going to see consolidation, and we'll be looking for support somewhere above this level down here. So if that makes sense to you. So watch the daily time frame for clues that our weekly has topped out. And also you can watch the hourly time frame for clues that our daily has topped out. And here's the hourly time frame. We have an uptrend on that hourly time frame, kind of there, higher lows, higher high, higher low, double top. Are we going to break through this high today, or are we going to pull back, consolidate? This is a little bit of an equilibrium possibly setting up here too. So what will we see? What are we looking for? Well, we want to maintain our hourly uptrend. If we lose our hourly uptrend, we will know that our daily lower high is set and we will look for consolidation. That's enough for the overall market. Oh, and look at the move on ASTI. Oh man. So that's nice to see. And we have less than a minute left. So I've done talked myself silly. So with a move like that, I'm trying to figure out where would I want to place a trade on this one. When the bell rings, 15-minute time frame. We're already breaking this level. Well, I'm not sure right now, so I'm going to kind of wait it out. We have support down here, 15 seconds to go. So remember, day trading is risky, and if you don't have a strategy that you've back-tested and proven, it's a good idea to get into the simulator and practice your strategy till you prove consistent results over a long period of time. Here we go. The market is open. I'm going to look for a pullback to this level, but there's the break. I'll jump in it right there on that pullback. Let's see if we hold that. Oh, that's interesting price action there. LYRA over there. Okay, so stopped out there on that one. Now I'm going to buy it at the volume weighted average price, and we'll see if we get a bounce back up. And I'm also jumping into LYRA on this breakout, looking for that 5-minute higher low. Keeping in mind we're looking for a lower high on, oops, here we come down now on ASTI. So I'm getting back out of that one, break even. I'm going to watch this one. I'm going to get out of that too. So I'm going to take a step back. I took some losses there to start my day. So it's a good idea for me just to take a step back and wait for a better setup. We're halted going down on ASTI. It's a circuit breaker halt. The price moved pretty fast on the way down. So market makers are now going to take a look at that, see why was it moving so quick, and then we might see resumption in 5 minutes. Yeah, that first trade I took here on this one, it stopped me out right away. I think my stop loss was too close, and then I jumped in it again and then got stopped out on that too. So I'm risking $100 per trade, so I got stopped out twice, so that's negative 200. Okay, we broke this support. The overall market right now is opening at the bottom of yesterday's range. So are we going to break yesterday's range? That's the low there. Okay. All right, so it's one of those days. It's a little bit of a rocky start. GERN is down here at this support now. We're watching this as this comes down here. Let me see here. I'm watching LYRA. I'm going to go ahead and jump into it there, looking for a bounce off of that support. And these lines, these supports, they don't always work. It depends on how many bulls are buying. So now I'm going to hold it for a little bit. See if I get my bounce here. I'm going to move my stop loss to the low of the day so that I'm risking only $25. But yeah, thank you for thank you for watching me here at Eva Trades. Now, this is what happens sometimes as a day trader. You know, you're going to take some losses, and it's nothing to worry about. I mean, you see my progress overall. You know, I'm looking pretty overall. I have red days. You see the red candles here. It happens. That is part of the game. If you think you're not going to have a red day, you're fooling yourself. ASTI is popping up on the scan. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Ooh, I'm already watching that. So looking for this bounce here. We have a high of day up here at 525. So there's our bounce underway now. And what I'm going to do is just hold this. And if I take a $25 loss, then that's okay. And it looks like that might happen because we had this bull break and it's looking, I don't know, it's looking a little weak. Here's a look at the scans. So SLRN just popped up on the scan. It's a big gap down. So I just got stopped out over there on LYRA. So I'm down $354 right now. That may seem like a lot, but it's really not that much. I'm jumping back into LYRA. I keep trying to say LRAY because it bounced off of that support. And I'm going to move my stop loss up to that low, so risking 33. Now I'm going to hold this and see if this is the bottom, and maybe we will. I'm looking at the 15-minute time frame up there. And our high. I don't always like these things that Thinkorswim puts on. So the red thing here, this is my stop loss. I'm sure you probably figured that out, but if you didn't know. So we had our high of the move, low of the pullback. I'm going to delete. That's our high of day. So, and then this lower high. So I'm looking kind of for an equilibrium here. I want to see if we hold. My stop loss is a little high there. That's okay. So SOXL popping up on the scan. Wow. SOXL actually not looking too bad. I'm watching this one. So we halted going down, we resumed sideways, trying to get above that volume weighted average price. We have $1.50 overhead right up here. So I'm watching it, seeing if it's going to break this level. The one thing that I am a little cautious about is this big red candle with that long upper wick and that high red volume. Nice breakout on the 5-minute here. And we have another halt. It looks like Holo is halted. ASTI. This is starting to look good. in at one time there. I'm getting out of LYRA for now. I don't know. We're not seeing the break yet, but we have 3 candles. Sometimes you'll see 3 candles like this and then a big break. Let's see if that's what we get here. And if I get stopped out on this, I'm going to be done trading. I will have a red day today, my first one in like 16 days. It's a pretty incredible bull run that I've been on here lately. But if I do take a loss, I will have to stop. I have a max loss set at 400. And I'm actually at 400 right now, negative 400. And that's okay. Losses are fine. Let's see if we can hold. This isn't looking the way that I wanted it to, but I'm going to go ahead and just hold on to it. That 1 minute candle now closing. So this is definitely not the look that I was going for. Yeah, Lisa, I hope your day is better than what I've had here, but I was almost thinking, I mean, you're right, it is kind of a terrible day, but I'm sure it's going to turn around. And I was almost thinking when I started that maybe I should take it easy first thing. So I got stopped out there. I am actually in a trade over here, and the reason why is because we're having this breakout on SOXL. So I'm risking more than I should be because I'm already at my max loss. But I like the look of this breakout. We had this inside bar bull break. We have a new 1 minute candle coming up. I'm in this one time. I thought I was in it twice, but I'm in it once. So let's see what kind of move we get here. And there is the spot here. I would add to this right now if I wasn't already down so far on my day. I think this would be a good add spot, and then look for that move up. Keeping in mind, this is SOXL. It doesn't typically move the way those high flying, fast momentum stocks would move. But this is a pretty impressive bull run. So I'm just going to hold this for a little bit. Let's see, there's the break over that last candle. High of this candle is at 21.68. That candle's going to close red, so we didn't get the move I wanted. I'm going to flatten it there, take the $30 profit. If it doesn't look the way you think it should look, there's no harm in getting back out. Let's let it pull back here for a second. I want to see it come back to 21.60. Okay, now it's breaking. So I'll go ahead and jump in it. It's breaking out. I'm going to add to that. Oh, no, I'm not. I am not, because buying power. I'm lacking the buying power to add. And I'm going to hold it. I've got my my keyboard here with my little hotkey up here. So if this breaks out, I can push that and sell it. So I'm watching it now. I'm going to just get out of that, just take the loss. So that is going to be it for me. I'm down $500 today. That's $100 more than my max loss. And I'm okay with that. I gave this a shot. And this is kind of why I don't trade SOXL, because the breakouts don't get a lot of follow through oftentimes. And then I end up taking losses. I had a win on that first one, looking for that continuation and just, not getting it. So Yeah. But not a bad day. I think that I did well in my trades as far as where I took my trades. It just some days it just doesn't work. Now this looks like a good setup right here on LYRA. We can draw this out. Yeah, see you Thursday, Lisa. Is tomorrow? I already forgot what day it is. Anyways, have a good rest of your day. And no trades, too afraid today. See, that's the way I should have been. I should have. And I have the hardest time with that. I don't think I've ever had a day where I didn't take a trade. I've said to myself I'm not going to take a trade, but then I end up doing it anyways. But you can see this setup here. This is really nice setup. Triangle pattern, tightening up. And what I really like is when you have these right up against the volume weighted average price. But this is one I kind of wish now I would have waited so I could have jumped into this. That equilibrium I just drew, you see those when you have an inside bar like this on the 5-minute. So a nice target if you're in this would be maybe to sell up here close to $5. Have a great day. You have a great day too, Lisa. Thank you for joining me today. And tomorrow I'll learn how to talk. So I'm done trading for the day. So I'll just go down here and I'll close my trading windows so that I'm not tempted to place any more trades. But I don't mind watching the charts for a little bit. I think it's fun. So we have another potential setup here, like I just showed you, with this move down, move up. Maybe we'll get another move down and then a break. It doesn't draw out quite as nice, but it's still there. And you see what I mean by Gurn? I really didn't want to trade that one, and I didn't actually trade it, but it's really light on volume. It's not doing much. And here we go, pulling back. So we didn't quite make it up to the volume weighted average price on that one. But had you played this, my entry would have been right here on this little breakout. That's where I would have got in. I would have put my stop loss down below there. And then if you jump in it twice, and you sell half on the way up, and, if you get stopped out on the other half, you made some money. And look at this. Here we go. So this little equilibrium setup here. I'd be careful on this one though. But if I was going to trade this, I would have entered right here. Same as this one over here. It's the same pattern. So you enter there, put your stop loss down here, and try to ride it up to the volume weighted average price or close to it. Holo. I keep seeing Holo on the halt scan. Wow. Halting going down. SOXL, now we have that consolidation that happened and we are breaking out. But we got to get over 2172. It's possible we could have an equilibrium here too. I would bet we break out. Yep, there it is. And back over here. This one's really slow to move, isn't it? Didn't get a lot of follow through on this candle. I'd be a little hesitant to hold this, and there we come down. So, and these trades like this that I showed you, like this one and this one, you can't always say, oh, they're always going to work, because they're not always going to work. But if let's say that you trade this pattern and only this pattern, and you trade it every day, and you trade it the same way every time. You get in when it breaks here, and you put your stop loss down here. And let's say that you are risking $100 on that trade, and you want to make $200. So that would mean that you would have to sell probably twice as high, so up here somewhere. Okay, so let's say that's your target. So you get into this trade and you don't know if it's going to work, but you know that sometimes it will and sometimes it won't. And let's say it's got a 50% win to loss ratio. Let's say it 50% of the time it'll hit your target, and the other 50% of the time you'll get stopped out. That's a winning strategy, because if you do the math on that, if you take 5 losses, you lose $500, and you get 5 wins, you make $1,000. So overall, on 10 trades, you just made $500. And that's how I trade these patterns, by trading them the same way every time, knowing that sometimes they're going to lose, sometimes they're going to win, but if that made sense. And you really only need to know that one pattern. I have lots of patterns memorized in my mind that I look at. Here's another one over here. Take a look at this one. It's kind of the same, almost the same kind of deal. It has a little bit of a different look to it, but it's the same kind of deal where I don't have my drawing tool here. Let's just do this. SLRN. I'll come back over here. I don't have a drawing tool on that other computer. Yeah, we came down, a little bit of a move up, a little bit of a move down, and the breakout. Where would I be a buyer? Where would I buy this? Well, if you were watching the last two, you might know right here. Buy it there, stop loss there, or below that.